Part 4.
Yeah, this is a bonus part from the last 3. We wanted to show you and give you success stories
Yes.
because too often people who are dating later in life feel like, what's the use?
Yeah.
What's the use? There's no good men out there. There's no good guys. All the good ones are taken. We hear the stories over and over again,
All the
and
time.
that is not true. In fact, I will tell you, I even have a success story during COVID. I know one of my clients fell in love during COVID
Yeah.
and they got married. So this is really great stuff. We want you
Yeah.
to know there's hope. What are other success stories, babe, that we can share with the divas who are watching this video?
Well, I think the one that comes to my mind to begin with is me and you.
Oh, yeah. That's true. We're a success. We're a modern day dating success story. We met on an app.
Yep.
In fact, you were on one app, I was on the other. We connected. We walked the walk. I, as a dating coach, walked the walk.
Yeah.
So I did exactly what I tell all of you to do. I found true love not once but twice. Now, interestingly enough, I met my late husband in person, but we were both on apps. We just never met each other on the app. We didn't read each other's bios until we met each other, and then we said, "Oh, you have a dating app? Let's look at that." Yeah, super fun. I love our success story. It's super fun, and I love dating apps.
Yes.
Now,
Well, and I will say that when Donna got ready to start dating again after her late husband had passed, she went back and read probably one of the best books you can possibly read in order to have success in finding a significant other. The link is right below. It's her own book. She reread her own book. She had gone through all of the studying, the research. She put it all together, and she went back, reread her own book, and that put her on the right path in order for her to be able to be in a place to be able to meet somebody that would once again
Right.
come into her life and be very, very special.
thank you, sweetheart.
So-
that is beautiful. It is true. He's not lying. I did read my own book. Again, also, we have a success story of a very good friend of ours who just now, I don't believe in accidents. I believe in the divine setup. I believe our God and our angels and everybody's setting this all up for us. Well, our girlfriend was at my girlfriend was at our house staying with us that week that we were going to a Marine ball, and other friends were there. And the day after, this friend called us and said, "Hey, I know somebody who I think would really like your girlfriend."
Yes.
So this is an in-person situation. It was very spontaneous. We said, "Hey, nobody gets to her unless they go through us." So
Yep.
that was just a perk for
very
her
protective.
we're
We're very protective.
So we set up a dinner, and it was a blind date, and it's worked out, and now they're married. But I will say, more than once she came to me and said, "I want to do this," and I said, "Well, let's look at the rules. I mean, there are rules to dating."
No. Matter of fact, if you text him, I will take your phone, I'll destroy it, and then break both your fingers. That's breaking the rules.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. But here's the important thing. Because basically I said, "Do you want the same kind of relationship you had before?"
Oh.
And she said no.
No. And divas, it is critically important to understand that there are rules. She has a system. She's worked. It took her years and years, but it's been worked out. If you listen to her videos, if you read her book, I'm telling you, you will save yourself days, weeks, months, years of pain and heartache.
Yeah.
And so, and in saying that, make sure you've subscribed, make sure you're hitting that like button on this video and the others, hit the bell icon, and you'll be getting the videos automatically.
Now what's really cool is she recognized, now listen, she was in a long-term relationship beforehand. She didn't want to listen to me. And that went on for too many years, and then they ended up breaking up weeks before the wedding was set.
Wasn't weeks, it was 10 days.
Okay. Yeah, details. But here's my point. I said to her, if you want the same kind of relationship you had before, then go ahead and do it your way.
Yeah.
Or you can do it my way. And so she said, "No, I'm listening to you this time." And 13 months later, she was married to this new guy, and it's super exciting.
Yeah.
That's just another. And we also have a woman who was in my video. I had a Zoom class, And she's a 7-figure earner in California. And because
Beautiful woman.
woman.
We've never met her in person.
Yeah, I know.
And she came on. She went through the 6-week course that Donna had.
Yep.
And she had been with a guy for years. I mean, like almost 20 years. Always promising to marry her, never following through, never really treating her the way she deserved to be treated. And when she went to Donna's course, she did what Donna was telling her to do. And it was a very, very short time, met someone, and we covered this in part 1. There's no good guys. There's a lot of good guys out there, but you also need to follow the rules in order to make sure that you get one of them.
Yeah, it's like fishing, right? You want to make sure that your net is perfectly set. You don't want big holes in it, and also you don't want them so small that the ones that you're not interested in can't get away. You want them to get away, right? So I will say that she was a good student.
Yes.
She did what I was recommending for her to do, and then the next thing I know, I'm getting an email, and she's saying, "Guess what? I followed your rules, I followed your system, and I met my Mr. Wonderful." That was super exciting, and she was in her, I want to say, late 60s. And and so we've had a late 60. I was 60 when I walked down the aisle again with Jeff. So we're talking later in life relationship scenarios. So there is great hope out there. And here's the thing: it's like, what is the story you're telling yourself? And do you think there are no good men out there? Because if you believe there are no good men out there, guess what? You're never going to meet a good man. Yeah. That's really the truth.
Well, you're never going to attract one because you've got that sign over your head to the good guys that tells them, stay away. I don't think there's any good men. And a good man will honor your wishes.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the series. I would love to hear your comments. And guess what, divas?
It doesn't have to be that hard.